I am just noticing Psalm 1 today, and I wanted to share some thoughts with you. Psalm 1, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. So what we have here are some comparisons made between a godly man and an ungodly man. It begins with blessed is the man. This is a beatitude, a blessing pronounced on someone. And then we have these three negative statements. Who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. So we have kind of a progression. We have someone who's walking, standing, sitting. And this is the progression we often make with sin. We walk a little bit with it, then we stop to chat, and then we end up sitting in it. Blessed is the man who keeps away from that kind of a path. But what kind of man is he? He delights. He delights in the law of the Lord. And he meditates on that law day and night. This is what he'll be like. This is the strength of this kind of a man. The man who spends his time in meditation on God's Word will be like a tree planted by rivers of water that brings forth its fruit in its season. It's going to be a fruitful tree. It's going to be a tree that will provide shade. It's got plenty of water and nutrients, and it's going to produce good fruit. It's going to be a giving tree. Whatever he does shall prosper. You're going to see a lot of fruit. Now, so that's the guy who does not spend time with the ungodly. This is the godly person. But the ungodly are not so. The ungodly are like the chaff. So what do we have here? We have a comparison. Like the chaff, trying to get fancy with my fonts, and it's not being as fancy as I would like. But let me do a different highlighter here. So they are like the chaff, as compared to the one who is like a tree. So you have a very strong symbol of enduring, something that endures through time, and then you have chaff, a corn husk. The wind blows it right away, and it's nothing. You compare a corn husk to a mighty oak tree. The ungodly shall not stand in the judgment. And the sinners will not stand in the congregation of the righteous. So you do have the good people do not stand in the path of the sinners, and the sinner will not stand with the righteous. Righteous and unrighteous do not mix. And if you're going to be with the Lord, your delight has to be with Him, and it cannot mix with the sinful. And it won't. If you love the Lord, you'll be with Him. The Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. This idea of knowing is not just that God has this knowledge of, oh, I know that guy's way. And the ungodly, well, I have no idea about him. No, that's not the idea of the knowledge here. The Lord knows the way of the righteous in this intimate kind of, this is His way. The way of the ungodly is not His way. God does not have that kind of relationship with the ungodly. He has a relationship with the righteous. And that's the beautiful knowledge that we see here.